welcome to Girl Talk. We are thrilled today with our show. We are here at Orangetheory Fitness. Kelly Ogden has joined us. Stephanie Collar is here. And Coach LA is here. And you know, we're really excited about this show today because we're actually going to experience what it's like to come to Orangetheory. And Kelly's been trying to get us to do this for a long time. So Coach, we're really excited about it. What we're gonna do, just so everybody has a game plan, we're gonna talk for a minute. We're gonna say goodbye. And then we're going to get on here and actually show you what we're doing. Before we start, can you all both give us a little bit of an overview about what our audience is going to be experiencing with us?
Sure. So we've got 3 blocks here. It's the treadmill, the water rower, and the weight room. So LA is going to take these 2 through a couple paces of that and just kind of show you what it's all about. And I don't know if you want to add something.
So we're going to be also looking at the heart rate monitors, so what that's going to be doing while we're doing each 3 of the blocks. So where you want it to be in a warm-up versus if you're actually starting the block, as well as if you're wanting to increase your rowing pace, where your heart rate needs to look for that, kind of some math numbers you need to add to with that. And then on the weight floor, kind of going over that your heart rate will tend to drop. You're not gonna see as much of those splat points that everybody likes to get on the weight floor, just because you are bringing it down a little bit and standing more and doing exercises versus being in a cardio mode on the water rower and the treads.
Coach, I have a quick question. This is for you and I. At 65 and like 20.
You're so kind.
And different fitness levels. What about accommodations, or how do you deal with people at different ages? And is this a good workout for people at different ages?
Yes, so we have what we call options. So we don't like to say modifications or accommodations, just because we want it to make sure it sounds like, even though she's demonstrating this, I can still do that just at a simpler way.
Okay.
So for instance, if the rest of the class is in a plank on their hands and on their toes, the option for anyone that's got any shoulder surgeries.
If I have a special spot.
Right. If you have some things that are going on, you can take it to your knees. So you would still keep those hands up, or if you wanted to take it down to your elbows. We also use the benches a lot as well, so that you can use that to kind of increase the plank technique.
I'm
like, she's gonna say something.
Talking about a plank.
Exactly, I love it. Let's do this. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take a break, we'll get on the machinery, and Coach and Kelly, you'll kind of talk us through, and we will huff and puff and ask questions as we go.
All right,
All right,
sounds
stick
good.
with us.
All right, guys, so first what we're gonna do, we're gonna press that green start button by our waist. So you're gonna press it and that tread's gonna start to walk. So once it starts to move, just go ahead and walk on top of that. Awesome. What we're gonna change next is gonna be that speed. So our warm-up pace is gonna be up anywhere between a 3 and a 4. So on that right-hand side, you can press either a 3 or 4. You also have those arrows at the bottom right to adjust as well.
Okay.
Now at Orangetheory, we have an incline of a flat road at 1%. So on the left-hand side, you're gonna press that 1%. You can also adjust with those arrows if you choose to. Awesome, we're gonna hang out here for a couple of seconds, just getting that body nice and warm. As we start to warm up, you'll see that that heart rate starts to move from that gray to the blue zone. So if we're not quite in that blue zone yet, we'll wait till it kicks in just a little bit.
Can you tell me about different zones?
So I'm getting there.
Okay.
So after the blue zone, you're gonna get into your base pace, which is gonna be your green zone. After that is gonna be your push pace, which is also orange zone. That's the zone that you're striving for today to get 12 or more minutes in. And then lastly, we have that red. Now I'm not gonna coach you to the red zone today or ever, but if you get there, just know that you are at your max and you might need to bring it down if you're not feeling too well.
Go ahead.
Where am I looking for my zones?
So your zones are gonna be up on that heart rate monitor.
Gotcha.
So that is our OTB screen. So right now, Stephanie and Deb, you're both in that gray zone, so you need to adjust it a little bit more to bring it up into that blue. So maybe adjust that speed. So on the right-hand side, take that speed up just a little bit more.
How do you do a little bit? Oh, I see.
Yep, those arrows on the bottom right. So once we start to get into that blue zone, Stephanie, you are there. Nice job. So Deb, if you can increase that speed just a little bit more. You may also increase your incline on the left-hand side anywhere between a 1% and 3% if you want to be a power walker.
You can use the arrows to go up a little.
So left-hand side. Yeah, there we go. We are going to start to go into the green zone, so that's going to be 71% is what you're striving for, and that whole block is going to turn green. So if you're a power walker, your speed on the right-hand side is going to be anywhere between a 3.5 to 4.5 with a 1% to 3% incline on the left-hand side. If you are going to be a jogger today, your base is going to be 4.5 to 5.5 miles, and runners 5.5 miles per hour or greater. Both of you keeping that incline at 1%.
Oh, I did a blue. Is that good?
Yes. So you're still warming up. So you're trying to get into the green zone now.
Oh,
so if you're going to be a power walker, you need to adjust that pace a little bit more.
Okay.
Or that incline.
All right. I'm going to 4-4-3. So,
are you a power walker or are you going to be a jogger?
Oh, jogger scares me.
Okay, so you're at a 1 to 3.
Don't be scared.
Oh, you're green.
You're getting up there. There you go. So you're in your base pace now.
Okay.
So this is what you'll know for the rest of the time that I say, hey, go to base pace.
Okay.
This is the speed and the incline you need to get to. If it goes back down, it might have gotten accustomed to that work and you might need to adjust it a little bit more. Now,
so LA, if you can so you've got base, pace, push, and all out, and just kind of tell them what those 3 paces are.
Okay, so if you are a base for power walkers, you're gonna be, like I said, anywhere between that 3.5 to 4.5 miles per hour with a 1% to 3% on the incline. Sometimes I will say we're gonna go up to a push pace. Your generic push pace is gonna be 4% on the incline. So you'll keep that speed, what you can manage for that increased incline. And then an all-out will be 10% or greater, again, with that speed that you're able to do that incline at. If you are a jogger, you're going to start your base at 4.5 to 5.5 miles per hour, keeping that incline on 1%. When you take it to a push, you'll hear me say 1 to 2 miles per hour over that base. So if your jogger base pace is 5.5, you would then take it anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5 miles per hour. And then an all-out is 2 miles over that base pace. So again, you'd be at that 7.5 or higher. And then if you are a runner, your base is 5.5 or greater, you'll be anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5 for that base, that push. And then for that all out, you'll increase it anything higher than that.
So your push and your all outs is where you'll generally hit your orange and red zone. That's where you'll create that 12 minutes or more to create that afterburn.
Okay, exactly.
So the all out are your intervals. So they're going to be, what are they, LA, 30 seconds to a minute max,
yes.
Correct?
All outs are anywhere from 30, 45 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
Nothing longer than 1 minute.
So do we go up and do that now?
So if you would like to do a 30-second all out, I can time you. So if you are a power walker, you're going to increase your incline to 10% or greater. If you're a runner or jogger, you're going to be 2 or more miles per hour over that base. In 3, 2, and 1. We're going for 30 seconds.
So
10% on that incline.
Oh.
Go press that 10. Nice job. Remember, if you're a power walker, you want to be anywhere between 3.5 to 4.5 miles per hour.
I'm a
Anything
runner,
above that,
so
you're now a
Okay,
jogger.
I'm not a runner.
Nice job. You're 15 seconds in. If you want to increase, you can. You got about 10 seconds. You might not hit that orange zone right now, but this is what an all-out intensity would be. In 3, 2, 1, you're going to bring that incline all the way back down to 1, take it back down to a walking recovery. So with that speed can be anywhere between 1 and 2. Nice job. And then from here, we'll just go ahead and press that stop button twice. So with this, you want to press the stop button twice, wait till it comes to a complete stop before you get off your tread. So once it stops moving, that's when we can start to move it over to the rower. All right, any questions?
Deb, you got up into the orange.
Deb got up to orange. So therefore, to get the splat point, you would need to be there for at least a minute.
To get the what?
The splat point.
That
So a
wasn't a good
splat
one.
point is that little figure at the top. It's that little circle with the spikes.
Okay.
What that is you're trying to get 12 or more minutes in the orange and red zone combined so that you can get that 36-hour afterburn after this class.
We're going to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We are back here on Girl Talk at Orange Theory, and here we go, Coach.
All right, so we just did the treads, now we are moving over to the water rowers. So these are a little bit different than your typical rower. If you've done a fan rower before, your resistance is actually gonna be the water in that water tank. So first thing you do when you come and sit down is you're gonna look at your foot plates. So women have anywhere from 5 to 7 of these little holes showing. You want that strap to be around the widest part of your foot. So go ahead and take your feet inside there. Nice job. Now, again, you're looking for the widest part. Once you find that, you're gonna pull those straps at the same time. So you might wanna be able to adjust yours just a little bit more, just so that you have it around the widest part, and then that might be a little too high.
Okay,
so
got it.
You said women have what?
Anywhere from 5 to 7 holes
There
showing.
you go.
So we're gonna, if you'll take your foot out for me, there we go.
Good. Adjusting is everything, because I know you guys have both told me safety first.
Yes, so if you'll lift that one up just a little
Thank
bit.
you.
My kids call me OSHA.
There we go.
Oh, do they?
They do.
I love
So
it.
I'm all
you want
about
to pull the
safety
straps at
first.
the
Got
same
it.
time, because then you
Oh.
won't have enough slack on the other side. Awesome.
Got it.
Next thing you're going to do is you want to make sure you turn the monitor on. Too many people start rowing and they don't get their numbers. So your on button is on the left-hand side of the screen. You're then going to grab your handle, palms down, thumbs tucked under.
Okay.
Now there's a system to this next part. You're first going to jump back with your legs. So just jump all the way back to the back of the rower. Good. Now your shoulders are over your hips. This is going to be your 12 o'clock. Next, you're going to use your core. So your arms are still extended. You're going to lean back with the core. Third, you're going to pull in between your sternum and your belly button. So a lot of people tend to go up here. You're going to stop right here. Next, you're going to release with the arms, come back up to that 12 o'clock position, and then back down to the beginning. So bend your legs. There you go. So legs, core, then arms. Nice. Arms, core, and then legs. Good. Keep it going. Legs, core, arms. Nice. Arms, core, legs. Now, as you are moving, you will see that your heart rate starts to move as well. So the more power that you put into your legs, that jump back, that's that heart rate increasing. Now, what you're trying to do here is get into the green zone. So that 71% we did on the tread. Once you get that heart rate into the green zone, you're gonna check out these big numbers on the top right corner. These are your wattages. With this, you are trying to find that base pace and then increase up into a push pace. So a push pace would be 25 to 50 watts over what you're at. Now, all 3 of you are holding your breath. So you gotta blow out your air as you jump back, inhale as you come forward. So it's 1 count back, 2 counts forward. Nice, blow it out. Inhale. Now, as you're going, the bottom right is going to be your meters. So we're about almost 200 meters, so that's pretty good. A lot of the times we'll have a class that says you have 200 meters in a minute or less. So that's how you would see. So again, you would increase that leg drive with every stroke back. How are we feeling?
I'm so glad Kelly and Stephanie are here. Isn't it cool?
Doing pretty good.
Through the
You're
water?
moving up
Yes.
into the warm-up zone. So again, if you're trying to get to the green zone, you're trying to jump back just a little bit harder. A lot of people think that the harder that they row back with their arms, the more meters they're gonna get, but it's 60% legs, 20% core, 20% upper body.
Sometimes I notice when I'm rowing
I
that
did green for a second.
if I pause for an absolute second and let the water settle, I can get a better power.
Yeah, so that's gonna be that 1 count back, 2 counts forward. So
Yeah.
that 2 count forward is gonna slow down that water, and then as you jump back, you are actually gonna get anywhere from 10 to 15 meters. Some taller men get anywhere from 20 meters and above.
This is surprisingly, right?
Like therapeutic.
I was
just wait
So
until
I
the
was gonna
music's
say,
going.
wait until you have to do a 2,000 meter row, and then you're on there for 10 minutes.
And is this all over body fitness?
So full body.
Full body.
Yes, yes. So you're engaging your entire body. So again, 60% of this movement comes from your legs, 20% core, 20% upper body. So that is everything that you're using. You're using your breath. You're using your brain, because you got to remember legs, core, arms, arms, core, legs, all that good stuff.
Say that again. Legs, core,
Legs,
arms.
core, arms, arms, core, legs.
core,
So
arms.
press back legs, then lean back in the core, pull in with those arms, and then release with the arms, release with the core, come back to the starting
It's
position.
interesting. I have to remember to breathe.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
So
right?
when you press back, you blow out all the air. As you come forward, you take that deep breath in.
Once you get used to it and you get into the rhythm and you figure it out,
So
Then you know.
Let's see, exhale exertion. Is that what I'm doing?
Yep.
Okay.
out
Very
and
good.
then
I
breathe
need
in.
those little those
Yep.
little cues.
Think
right?
about powering back too with those legs.
Yeah, so again, it's 2 counts back, one count back, 2 counts forward, or power, and then patience, patience.
And I think we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to go over to the weight floor.
Yes.
No. Is that what it's called?
Yep, weight floor.
Woo, stay with us. Once again, we caught our breath, just saying. And we're back. Before we get started with Coach, talk to us a little bit.
So the one thing I wanted everybody to know is that we do have 3 coaches. We actually have a new one that's joined that's going to be kind of filling in and everything, but 3 coaches that we've had since opening are incredible. They're very different in their teachings, but you know, they're just amazing. But they all went through the same very intense
boot camp
Orangetheory training to get their Orangetheory certification, because it's a very specific way of training.
Well, and I have to say this when we were talking before, the music. You said the music is an inspiration. And when you get Coach talking and inspiring, and then you get that music going, it's a really true Orangetheory experience.
When you've been working out and they say you've got a 30-second all out after you've been doing pushes and other 30-second all outs, you're like, oh my God, and that music's going. You just, I zone out. And the next thing I know, they're saying 3, 2, 1, you're done. So.
Yeah, I love it. All right, what are you going to show us here?
All right, awesome. So this is the weight floor, so you'll pretty much always come to this side of the room. Sometimes we don't do rowers, but you'll always have the weight floor. We have several different things that you could be doing. It depends on the day. It could be strength, power, or endurance. It also depends on the type of workout we're going to be doing that day.
Okay.
So for instance, we have a TRX strap. You won't always use it, but it is here for certain days. You can adjust your straps if you need to, depending on the exercise. I'm going to do a bicep curl with this, so I'm actually going to take my straps up to where it meets the different colors, changing between black and gray up here. Then you're going to take yourself back. So you'll start with those pinkies up towards your forehead, and your hips are engaged, so you don't want to be hanging out here. You don't want to be too far forward. And then you're going to lower yourself back, keeping your shoulders rolled back, chest lifted, belly button pulled back to your spine, and then you're pulling yourself up towards that anchor.
I love TRX.
Yes, TRX is an awesome tool to use. You can just do so much with it. You can pretty much do a full body workout, legs, core, arms,
everything.
All that good stuff. So bicep curls is something you're going to typically see. We also have these mini bands. With this, you can do anything from putting it around your hands. You might be in a plank position and you're tapping one hand out at a time, or it can be around your ankles and you can do things like lateral walk to the side or frontal walk. It's just engaging those sides of our glutes and our hamstrings and all that.
And one of the things that you said is every workout is different. Every day I come in, it's not like a rote or routine.
Right. So you'll never do the same workout twice.
Okay.
You might see similar exercises that you've done before. So you might see the same mini band exercise that you've done maybe a month before, but the whole workout won't be the same.
So you won't get stagnant at all.
Yes, you don't get bored. It's always something new. Then we have our free weights. So with this, we start out at 8. It goes anywhere from 20 to 25. We also have other weights that are over there that you can get a 5. Anything higher than 25 is over there. We do anything from bicep curls to shoulder presses, you know, holding the weights, taking it to a body weight squat, adding that extra touch to it.
And again, honoring special spots if you have an area that you're more vulnerable in.
Yes, so options are you can, you know, get rid of those weights if you are doing like a squat or alternating one arm at a time. Or if you do have shoulder issues and we're doing a shoulder press that day, you could either take it to a frontal raise with those, or you could work the triceps, working something other than, you know, that hurt spot.
Exactly.
Then we also use the benches quite a bit. So these are used anywhere for assistance. So let's say you're doing a decline mountain climber, you could put your hands on the bench, or you could do the actual decline mountain climber and put those feet up on the bench and bring those knees in. We also use the bench to guide us for a squat. A lot of times you'll see people squat like this.
Right.
So if you have that there to reference, sit back, barely tap that bench and come back up. That way everyone's shifting their weight into the heels and not those knees.
And you're basically monitoring everyone within the class.
Yes.
Okay.
So while there's people on the weight floor, there's also people on the treads, there's also people on the rower. And my job is to make sure
There you go.
everybody's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, again, like I said, they are trained for that specifically, for watching everybody and calling all these different cues. It's, you know, it's very
Yep.
special.
And then some equipment that we keep over to the side, but you'll use definitely when you're here. We have a medicine ball, so sometimes we do anything from like a squat to a press, or you could do a wood chop. So you're taking it down to the side and then taking it up. There's different weights, so you can get 8, 10, and 12s.
Oh, wow.
So whatever you're, feeling that day. And then we also have the BOSU. I actually love the BOSU. I've worked with this when I was in college. You can do anything like, let's see, core-wise, you can lay on the BOSU. It just gives you that extra little
Bounce.
range of motion to
Range
come
of-
up.
okay.
Yes. So you're able to come back a little bit. Another thing that we use them for is, you can do anything like
right.
a squat, step over, whoop, and stuff like that.
As Coach continues on showing us, because we're loving being on this side of it, we're going to say goodbye to all of you. Thank you all for joining us here on Girl Talk. Please, 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 wherever we are, have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
Bye.